Hello and welcome to Demon Interviews, episode 115. I'm your host, Springy, and joining us today is our very special guest,
Mia or Twisted Dragon cosplays, kind of whatever with me.
Woo! Um, so, as of the recording of this, nothing has been done, but there has been talks of. So, if you've ever seen this person, because now it's almost January as of this being posted, if you've ever seen this person before in like our mini series on Mondays, maybe
There's Mondays, Wednesdays, not Wednesdays.
I'm Wednesdays.
Yeah.
This is Wednesdays. Fridays.
Friday. I don't know.
Whatever
There's too many series.
Too many series that we're planning on doing that maybe by then their episodes will be out. Her episodes will be up and about. So if you've seen her before, that's why. Yeah. So as of right now it's October. That's why we're like, I don't know, maybe it'll be out. So first of all, I would like to ask, how are you doing today?
It's pretty okay. There's a lot of smoke in the air from the fires, but we'll survive.
Yeah. Same here. It's dimmed down, but it's still a little smoky and stuff, so understandable. Have you ever been interviewed like this before?
I have not, so I have no idea what I'm doing.
Hey, that's completely fine. Gonna try to make this not sound sexual, but it's the only wording I can think of. We're happy to be your first time. I swear, I try to think of other wording. I swear, like I've said this for like 3 episodes or 4 now, and it's like I'm trying to think of other wording. I swear, but I just can't. I need to like write it down or something. So the next question is going to be would you rather eat Cheetos or go on a hike?
What kind of Cheetos?
Any kind of Cheetos, any type of hike, go nuts with it.
Why not both?
That's also an option.
Eat Cheetos on a hike.
Exactly. Burn the calories while you're eating them. So, the next question is as your online name says, you do cosplays. So, is there any new ones you're able to tell us about that you're able to tell us about without me giving you a small fee of $5? Said the same words twice, but you get my point.
Currently I don't really have a lot of cos plans. Just simply because we're in quarantine and I can't really do a whole lot. There are a few that I've been planning for a while. Like I want to finish my Nora Valkyrie cosplay. I want to do a couple other things to go to RTX eventually, but at the moment there's not really anything except for the one that I'm currently wearing.
Well, skip that one. So just kind of go back to your online name a little bit. Twisted Dragon cosplay. Why did you choose that?
Honestly, I really don't know. In high school, there was an assignment where we had to come up with our own business, and I just liked the name.
Awesome. Well, that makes a lot of sense to me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Don't know what's going on with my body today. So now we're gonna do the stereotypical YouTube thing that you hear in every single video. You know, when they blah 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 about. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon. If you have any questions for our lovely guest here, put them in the comments below. And if we ever get back onto the show for an interview, then we'll ask them your questions. As long as they're appropriate, obviously. So, and just to say it out, since we're here in the middle of a weirdness, if you want to follow our lovely person, all of the names for the social media will be in the description below, or at least a way to get to them. Yeah. So now on to the rest of the questions. What was the hardest thing about getting into one of your cosplays?
I think the hardest one to actually like get into Edward Elric cosplay. Because that one you had to have the shoulder plate, you had the pauldron, the actual arm itself, and once it was on, you couldn't really do anything else with the arm. Like this was basically just a prop. It was just hanging. But then another thing with that cosplay is that when I made it, my boyfriend at the time decided he wanted to cosplay Alphonse with me. Now that was an adventure. We ended up making the full Alphonse suit, but it was almost impossible for him to move in, so it was very hard to actually do a whole bunch of things. Like, I recently redid my Edward Elric arm in foam because the first time I did it was actually made out of cardboard. So it's a fun thing to build props like that.
Well, that is awesome. I can't make props. That's why I pay people to do that for me. But the next question is a very long, very serious question, complicated. Coming from a past guest, a Mr. Zoom _2028, and it says, bacon? Question mark.
Okay, but what kind of bacon? Because they're all awesome.
It's just a word and a question mark.
Okay, bacon is very good, and it is very, very hard to say no to, for me at least.
That makes a lot of sense. So now it's technically the next part of the question. Also coming from Mr. Zoom. Even longer, more complicated. Peanut butter? Question mark.
Yes and no.
Ooh, okay.
So for the longest time, I only had peanut butter sandwiches at lunch for like grade school and all that. So like immediately after that, there was like a span of like 3 years where I absolutely did not want to eat it. But I do like peanut butter. It just depends in what context I'm eating it.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you're eating just about one type of thing for like ever, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So now is a question that just combines them both that I made up the other day. Bacon and peanut butter? Question mark.
No. Just no.
No?
I'll eat chocolate covered bacon, but not peanut butter bacon.
What about chocolate peanut butter bacon?
That's a Reese's cup with a piece of bacon stuck on top of it.
I mean, true, but now I'm just imagining it's like a shish kebab, just like bacon.
Yep.
You put like little Reese's cups on them. Now we're gonna go on to another question. Coming again from another past guest, a Shannon Carruthers. You're going to be the star of a movie. Who would you want your co-star to be? It doesn't have to be an actor or an actress. It could be anybody you want. And what genre of movie would it be?
That's a hard one. Hang on. I know it would be some sort of fantasy adventure movie because that's always what I like to cosplay or read from or watch or whatever. I just find like that sort of thing super fun to imagine. Co-star? I don't know. There's so many people that I would pick.
Well, that's understandable. So don't worry. That we completely understand that. So, going back to a little bit of what you said earlier about like RTX and stuff like that. How many cons have you gone to before, or conventions and as a whole?
I have been to 2.
Same.
I'm still relatively new to the actual cosplay community. Like, I only started actually cosplaying in like November.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I relate. I've only been to 2 as well. Like, and never in like any cosplay. That's before I started doing that.
Mhm.
That expensive journey. Uh, so the next question, since we're on the topic of cons, I know you've only been to 2, but do you have a favorite con memory from either one of those 2 conventions?
I do actually. So at the last con I went to, it was SAC Anime in Sacramento, California. I actually made a bunch of cool friends. We were all cosplaying as My Hero Academia characters, and we ended up running around the convention asking people if they wanted to join the League of Villains and handing out Pocky to people who said yes.
Well, that's awesome.
So we made like a bazillion friends. We ran around and had a good time, and it was just really fun.
Well, that's amazing to hear. So sticking with the same topic, as of right now, October, we're still in quarantine and COVID and all that fun stuff, so it might be a little bit of a hard one, but is there any upcoming cons you are hoping to be able to attend to?
So the next con that I was hoping to attend to was supposed to be PAX East in, I think, March,
Mhm.
but I'm not sure if that's going to happen anymore with quarantine. Um, well, the next one was supposed to be DakuCon in Colorado, but that's in November and definitely not happening.
Yeah. But if they do, this lovely person might be there, but safety reasons and stuff.
Yep.
Um, um, now, sorry, I'm counting really quick. Okay, so we're gonna do one more question. Then we're gonna go into the videos that you sent in. So the next question is coming from one of our fans on Instagram. Hopefully, this is still a fan, or else that's just kind of sad. A Charlie_Aronson99. What is one thing you regret doing on camera?
Um, accepting a fake marriage proposal from a Deadpool.
That's new.
This is at Tech Anime too. We were running around asking people to join the League of Villains and handing out Pocky, and somebody was there dressed up as a Deadpool with a cardboard sign that says "Need waifu," and he was just proposing to random cosplayers with a fake plastic ring. So it was really stupid and really funny, but that video is never being posted.
For some reason, now I'm just imagining like one of like his pouches just full with like little plastic rings in case
He
like
never
they take one.
he only had the one ring. He wasn't actually giving it to people.
The one ring to rule
The the one ring for all the waifus.
uh, so now we're going to show some of the videos that you sent in, and at the end of that, you can words are hard. If you have anything to say about the videos, you can do that at the end when we're done with all of them. And then yeah, hopefully screen share will work the whole time. Okay. And if you ever stop hearing the audio for the video, that means they can't hear it. So just tell me, because as I'm in it, it doesn't tell me. So
Okay.
start squealing bloody murder, screaming bloody Merlin. God, my brain's not going well today.
No, no brain. We don't need more dice.
Shiny, sparkly plastic make pretty click-clack sound.
Okay, that was like right when I joined TikTok, so that's very, very old.
Yeah. But I mean, I completely know the feeling. I own like 3 sets of dice. For
Oh, I have
D&D.
like 100 dice.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr. Ten Below. Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. I'm too much.
So that's actually my mom's favorite video of mine.
I liked it. I liked the symmetry. I don't know of Jack Frost from Rise of the Guardians doing the audio from Jack
Yeah.
Frost in Christmas movie. I thought that was very funny.
Hmm.
I exploded!
Pow!
Okay, I always thought that was hilarious because I just popped the pauldron off immediately when it says that Ed breaks his arm.
Whoops.
So it just fit perfectly.
Like that's always great. Like anytime like you do something, but like it's not on purpose, but it makes it like 10 times better.
That actually was on purpose.
Oh well, awesome. See, that's even better.
Yeah.
When something that funny was on purpose, it was planned. That's even better.
Yeah. I'm just glad it worked out.
Wow. The Easter Bunny is real.
Oh, he's real, all right. Real annoying, real grumpy, and really full of himself.
Come on, you guys believe anything.
Huh? We don't want Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
Who's Jack Frost?
No one, honey. It's just an expression.
Hey,
Whoa.
who's Jack Frost?
Okay, who threw that?
Well, it wasn't Bigfoot, kiddo.
That stick is held together with so much hot glue, it's not even funny.
I know the feeling. Oh, I know the feeling.
And my
Oh.
throat sucked. Ouch.
Little brother.
Nice to meet you. My name is Edward Elric. This is my younger brother, Alphonse Elric. Get that? Younger brother.
The younger means little. You're little.
That was a random pick by my boyfriend out of my drafts. And I think it was perfect.
It's very funny.
Been tighter in here than I thought. I couldn't get through this bar if I was regular size. Lucky I've got a small body. Oh no! I just got myself a tiny little bitch squeak!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my roommate thought I was crazy there.
Maybe.
I was underneath my little side table.
Oh, that's great. So first of all, I want to say that all of the videos were very awesome. So next question, per the theme of the show, questioning: would you keep a pet zombie or would you kill it?
I don't know. It would really depend on what kind of zombie. If it's one of the fast, like, immediately kill you ones, probably not.
Yeah.
I would probably try to survive. If it was one of the slow, rambly, like, old zombie movie where they walk slow and, like, don't actually have teeth, then I'd probably just keep it away from me with a stick and let it live in my closet.
That's awesome. I promise you I know more than one word. All these awesomes I feel 100% genuine about. Just the only word that's coming to my brain.
It's October. Our brains are just like, it's spooky season.
It's spoopy. The next question is, who is your biggest cosplay inspiration?
So there's actually a few people that I definitely look to for like costuming stuff. My mom is definitely one of them because she's the one who like made all my Halloween costumes when I was growing up. So I got to watch her sew and do all this cool stuff with fabric. Another one that I think is really awesome in his costuming stuff is Adam Savage because he does all this cool cosplay stuff. He made an Iron Man suit that actually sort of functioned. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff that he does. And yes, he made an Iron Man suit. But there's a lot of people that I take inspiration from. Like, I even take inspiration from my cosplay friends, like Gravity Cosplays. I can't think of any other words. Crowbars, Powerhouse. You know all the people I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you're talking about, yes. Well, that is amazing to hear. No more words, I promise. So, the next question is coming from a past guest, a Harley F. Quinn. What are those?
Overalls?
Oh.
Or umbrella?
Either or.
I'm keeping this open now.
Awesome. Here, for the content that you create on any social media platforms, is it the ones that you enjoyed making the most that get the most attention, or is it the ones that surprise you?
It's kind of a mix of both because a lot of the ones that I really enjoy making will either get no attention or they'll get a lot of attention. It mostly just depends on what character I'm in cosplay for. Like, I know my My Hero Academia cosplays do really well, while my Danny Phantom stuff doesn't do as good. And that's just a matter of social media not knowing characters a lot.
That makes sense. Like I'm definitely on the same boat as that for some of my stuff as well. So I 100% do understand what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody ever trying to word this quickly? Hold on. Has anybody ever suggested you do a cosplay character and then you did it because of that suggestion?
I've only actually taken one suggestion like that, and it was from my sister for my Bakugo cosplay. Because she wanted to go to a convention dressed up as a bunch of My Hero characters, and she asked me to be Bakugo for her group. So I thought that would be fun.
Well, that is amazing to hear. Sorry, I'm trying not to use awesome every other word. Trying to see which one we're on because I skipped around a bit. Who is your favorite character to cosplay as?
Definitely Bill Cipher. Just because I get to be a little chaotic in that, and that's really fun to pretend to be.
Awesome. Well, so anybody from so who from the cosplay community would you like to do a collaboration with in real life?
I really don't know. I'm still fairly new to the cosplay community, so I'm not really sure how a lot of collaborations work. I know I want to like go to cons and do photo shoots with like a bunch of my other Ruby cosplayer friends, like Gravity Cosplays, and all these other people that I know. I know my boyfriend has a bunch of stuff that he'd like to do too, so I'm still trying to figure out how to do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, not quite sure on that question.
That's completely understandable. So I believe I'm redoing them really quickly. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Except for the final 4 questions. That's all the ones on my list. There's more in my head. So there's 4 more questions. The first question is going to be, do you have any questions for me as an individual or about the show in general?
Not that I can think of. I think what you're doing here is really awesome.
Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. So now the next question is, who would you like to see on the show in the future?
I think. I know Crystal Knight cosplay on TikTok. I know she does a lot of cool things that she might be interested in doing it. Other than that, I don't have a lot of friends in the cosplay community yet.
Like, that's completely understandable, and we'll definitely try and reach out to them for an interview. So the next question is, would you ever like to come back to the show in the future?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, for this part of the show, technically. But the final question is, do you have any questions for a future guest?
I think a future question I would ask would be like, what was the most interesting thing you did to create a prop for one of your cosplays?
That would be a very interesting question. I will definitely write that down and give credit where credit is due and ask that question in the future. So now that is about it. Thank you so much for being on the show. I do highly appreciate it.
Sure.
And don't forget to follow this lovely person on all the social medias in the description below. And thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. And at least I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.